I was paralyzed with all these ideas. I wanted to go do this and I wanted to do that. I had to learn to give up or to delegate things that I'm not good at. And I'm kind of a control freak. I kind of like to have my hands on everything. Hi, y'all. I'm Rhonda Dracoulis from RK3 Designs, and I am so excited to welcome you guys to the Pro Artisan podcast. This is a space for artisan professionals to discuss matters of both business and the heart. We are coming from my porch, and here in Seguin, Texas, my studio is right off the backside, and we're just enjoying the day.
First podcast.
How you feel about that?
Oh, I'm just sad that I have to be in front of a camera now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Used to leave that all up to you,
yeah,
the professional.
Well, I don't know about that, but I promise it'll get easier.
I hope so.
I do have to tell you, when you told me we were going to do this for the first time, I totally freaked out because this is unscripted.
Yes.
The videos are scripted a little more.
Yeah, it's a little more. It's a chance to be a little more raw, a little more Rhonda.
Oh God, I don't know if the world can take a little more Rhonda.
It's gonna come with explicit.
Yeah, we're gonna have the beeps.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Well, let's kind of just dive into, I guess, who you are, what you do, why you even have a podcast in the first place.
All right. So for those that don't know me, my name is Rhonda Dracoulis. I live in Seguin, Texas. I'm married to Kenny Dracoulis, who is my best friend, my partner. We are building this business together. Started building it. I think he kind of let me start building it by myself because he thought he would get me out of his way. And then he's seen how successful we've been and how much I love it. And my classes are just exploding. And so when he started helping with the pro class, I mean, he's just invaluable. He's a huge part of the RK3 brand. If anyone's wondering, the R is me, Rhonda, and the K3 is Kenny, Connie, and Kendra. And that's actually the name of our ranch. We have that brand on our horses, as well as my jacket and my shirts. So that's us. And that's just kind of who we are. And I'm very, very, very proud of my family. That's why they are my brand. And nothing to me is more important than my family. And as people get to know me, they'll know that because, growing up, we rodeoed a bunch and we showed animals all through the stock shows. That's our family thread, is our animals. And I've been on, I can't even tell you the hundreds of thousands of miles I've put going down the road to rodeos and stock shows.
Oh, so, and I've started to hear a few of those stories, and maybe some of those will make their way out here on the podcast.
I swear I'm going to write a book. And, but yeah, so that's very, very much who we are still today. And I'm very proud of that. So I started the business out of necessity, I guess. I had a really bad horse accident, and I've had a bunch of surgeries on my leg and my back. So obviously I couldn't ride like I wanted to ride. And so I started painting furniture and out of my house. So I looked like a hoarder because I had all these furnitures everywhere. People started seeing my work, and one after, very slowly, started doing more commission work, and then it exploded. And so we built a shop, and it was supposed to be a little bitty shop, and it's actually a huge shop. It's 3 times the size of my house. And I started doing faux finishing walls and furniture, and got into cabinets and started redoing kitchens, and just an array of things. And that's kind of what led me into the countertop business. I researched and found Stone Coat countertops, met Mike, flew out there and met Mike, and just an amazing family, amazing man. His wife is truly just, she's a freak of nature. I really do believe that, for her to raise those 4 kids and still be so involved in the business. And then just to be as humble and sweet as she is. And Mike is just, he's insane. I just love him. This man has more knowledge than I just sit around him and I'm like a sponge. I just soak it all in. But so I learned from the very best and came back, started really building my business here. And Stone Coat has grown to a point where they were not really going to be offering classes anymore because their focus was on, their end of the business. So I started teaching those classes for Stone Coat, and everything's just exploded. Then I met you. Then my life changed. So I still remember very vividly driving to the restaurant thinking, how I was going to tell you no. I didn't really need you. And boy, I came out of there needing you. So, and I mean, and really, Paul, you've just kind of taken this little, I know it's cliche, but this little lump of coal, and you're constantly molding me. One day I want to really be a huge old diamond. You know that, right? Not a little one. I want to be a rock.
Nice and big.
Nice and big.
Very valuable.
So that's exactly right. So we are in the process of becoming a diamond. So that's my story.
Awesome.
Sticking to it.
Awesome.
What about you?
So I'm Paul Metzgar. Most of y'all have never seen or heard anything from me. I'm usually the guy behind the camera. I own a digital marketing agency called Metzgar Media. And we do websites, video production, advertising and lead generation, kind of everything that a small business needs to find their customers and communicate online.
Makes me look good.
I do my best. You do a good job. You do a good job looking good. So, we just have to show that off. So
yeah, that's it.
So again, we've been doing digital marketing for a couple years now, kind of in various different avenues. I actually started my career off just as a photographer, and that was kind of my first passion and my first love. And I quickly found, though, that it just didn't have as much value to a small business as I wanted to add.
Was it challenging enough? Was that
it?
it
wasn't challenging enough, and then just didn't help them get new customers, didn't help them grow their business, at least past kind of the face value of having new pretty pictures or anything like that.
Yeah.
So again, that's really kind of where this idea started. I was wanting to help small businesses. My degree's actually in marketing and business management, but it really kind of took time to kind of develop that idea and really kind of figure out, exactly what it looked like and kind of the tools and techniques that are most valuable to small businesses.
I tell you what you've done. You've taken the limits that I thought I could do. I thought I was just going to do, classes ever so often. And, and I mean, YouTube, I just thought I was going to have an iPhone and just, video myself. But you've shown me that there's just unlimited potential with what we could do. And I say we because I couldn't do it without you.
Yeah, it's definitely become a partnership.
Yeah. Very much so. And
I think that's an important note for small business owners to think about is the fact that business is a team sport.
Absolutely.
It takes more than just the one solo person, especially as you start thinking about doing bigger and better, things and continue to expand and continue to grow.
I was paralyzed with all these ideas. I wanted to go do this and I wanted to do that and I wanted to do this, but I didn't know how to edit a video. I didn't want to learn how to edit a video. I didn't care to. I didn't, I didn't have any idea about, customer acquisitions or stats. I mean, I didn't know what I didn't know. You took all of that hot mess and you said, okay, here we go. We're going to funnel this and we're going to make this work. And that's when my business really took off. I had to learn to give up or to delegate things that I'm not good at. And I'm kind of a control freak. I kind of like to have my hands on everything. But I've learned to, when to give you the things that you're good at. That's in your wellhouse. That
works.
Some house.
Yeah.
And I've really learned to to come to trust you and to understand that there's things that I'm not gonna do, I can't do, I don't want to do, but I need it in order to go forward.
Absolutely.
So,
well, I've told you this a couple times, and I say it often to, I guess, many of different clients, but focus on the things that only you can do.
Yeah.
There can only be one Rhonda. That's never going to be something we can just go and, find another one of. So again, I encourage small businesses to, focus on what they're good at. Focus on the things that really make them who they are and the best that they can be. And then if they have areas that they really need help with, don't be afraid to find someone to meet that need.
Absolutely. That's the key right there is, when you first start out, you may not be able to outsource some stuff, but I guarantee you have a relative somewhere that can help you edit a video or something.
Absolutely. And there's definitely a time in every business's life where, they're really having to bust it. They really have to get over that initial hump.
Absolutely.
And that takes a lot of lack of sleep.
I tell you
a
what,
lot of coffee.
It does. And it also takes a lot of faith in yourself and a lot of soul searching of really what is your end goal. And even though your end goal changes all the time, you still in the back of your mind, the back of my mind, I see what I want RK3 Designs to be, eventually be. And once I get that goal, let's get another goal. It's not all about just achieving the goal. It's the journey of getting to the goal.
Absolutely.
That I'm enjoying, really.
And I think once you can find to love the journey of business and even life, that's when you're really going to start winning.
Absolutely.
That's when you're really going to be your happiest.
I agree.
Because you're
100%.
always going to have challenges. You're always going to run into brick walls, things that you have to decide, are we going to pound through this?
Yeah.
Or
absolutely.
are we going to try and walk around it? Or do we, that's a weird analogy, but.
Yeah. No, I agree because, like with my leg, it used to define who I was because I always had a pity party about what I couldn't do anymore. I can't ride anymore, or I can't this, or I can't that. And finally, life just slapped me upside the head. Actually, it wasn't that. I had a friend, really close friend, get into, he was shot. And I went to the hospital with him quite a bit. And I saw some of the wounded warriors up there and with no limbs. And I was contemplating having my leg amputated, but I saw those people doing things and I thought, man, I got to quit living for what I can't do and start saying what I can do. And that changed my whole life. And, that's a whole nother podcast about my leg, but now I'm not limited by what I can't do. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I don't even think about what I can't do. I just think about what I have to do for the day, what I want to accomplish. And somehow I'm going to find a way to do it. That's just how it's going to be. So, but yeah, I agree. I don't know how we got off on that, but no, I do believe that your business, your life, you're going to have challenges every day, every single day. And you are the only person that can decide, are you going to be happy or are you going to be sad? Period. You're the only one. You can't make me happy. I can't make you happy. I have to be happy. My husband can't make me happy. I can't make him happy. We have to be happy with us. And then the rest of it will come.
That's great. That's really good.
I got really deep there,
No,
didn't I?
I love that. And that's what this is for. Diving deeper. Let's just kind of talk about the podcast. Let's talk a little bit about kind of what we're hoping this becomes. Really what our goals are for it, and kind of how people can get the most from it, or help us give them the most.
Okay, so when I partnered with you, I had no idea what social media could do. I really didn't. People talked about tribes, and I'm like, I'm not an Indian. I don't understand, And I didn't understand what it meant to build a community. And so as we've grown, as my Facebook group has grown, as my YouTube group has grown, I see what you mean now about a community. And so I want to have another avenue that's a little more laid back, less formal than our videos. So the people maybe, if we ever do a Q&A or when we start doing those kind of things or taking questions, I want it to be really as if they're sitting next to me and we're talking. I enjoy that. And I listen to a lot of podcasts, and there's a lot of them out there I really like, and there's a lot of them out there I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be quite like that. So I just want to be here for my community and just give them what they want from us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and I'm excited. Again, as much as I put up a stink about being on camera, like it's exciting for me to finally have a place to continue to give back to your community as well. There's so many questions that people have about marketing their business, about starting their business, that I really hope that I can help with, and really provide a platform that provides them something of value.
Yeah. I mean, I can't tell people how to start their business. I can tell people how I did my business and hope some of those struggles and some of the successes resonate with them. And that's why I'm really excited to bring on other entrepreneurs and other people that have built their business their way, because not everybody's going to build their business my way.
Absolutely.
My why I'm building a business is a whole lot different than, say, somebody else that's building it. My whys may be a lot different, and that's going to be a future podcast. Is you got to have a why. Why are you doing this? Why are you busting your butt? Why are you staying up at night? Are you money motivated? Are you stop? I don't know. There's so many reasons why people build businesses, and so maybe the reason I'm building my business will resonate for one person out there. If we can change one person's life, if we can help one person, then my goal is done, because I have met some of the most incredible people with this business, which is that's just been a perk that I had no idea I was going to have. I literally had no idea that I was going to meet people, and they changed my life. But the people that I've met, some of the couples that I've met, the people that we've met that have started their businesses and have quit their jobs, the people that I've gotten emails from that said they saw me at the Artisan Summit last year and I changed their life. I'm like, what? That is insane to me. I met a guy in the parking lot of Harbor Freight that chased me down, scared the fire out of me because I didn't know what he was doing, but he recognized me from my YouTubes, and he was literally so excited to meet me. We did selfies and everything, and I thought, bless his heart. I was like, oh my gosh, that blew my mind. So if I can help just a few people out there accomplish some of their goals, then all of this is worth it. So that's kind of my goal for the podcast. Kind of a broad goal.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get it more specific as we go, I guess.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
what's your goal?
I see this as just a platform that has so many different opportunities to be more personal with your audience. Mm-hmm. So to have segments where we do have some real Q&A type sections, where we are absolutely able to open it up to topics that are interesting to people or valuable to people. And then again, also kind of what you're talking about, having other entrepreneurs on, having other creatives on, and really just sharing wisdom and knowledge, from their experiences.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a huge thing is I want whatever comes out of this, I want it to be valuable to someone. Anyone who wants to listen. So,
and I think anybody who has met you or come to your classes or anything like that, the thing that they notice about you is how outgoing you are, how friendly you are, how many great really conversations that you're able to have.
Yeah.
And so again, I see this as a great,
when you come to my class, you get the real me. and the real Kenny. And that's who we are. I mean, we open our doors and we open our hearts, and we stay super late. You know, class may end at a certain time, but if you have questions, we stay late. We usually all go out to eat and have a great time. And it's not just a class. It's you're coming and you become part of our family. And I've had so many people that when they leave here, they truly are a part of us, and we stay in touch, and we get phone calls and we get text when, you know, they're having a hard time, or they have a question or struggle, or just having a bad day, you know. They'll call us and we'll talk them through it. Just like I call you sometimes when I'm like freaking out. Walk me off that, back me off that ledge, Paul.
And that's what community's for.
Right, exactly.
You know, there's going to be those moments where we have those freakouts.
Yeah.
And so it's great to surround ourselves with people who can ground us, can help us keep focused. And really sometimes just encourage us,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let them know, hey, you have this. Like everything is going to be okay.
Yeah. It's insane how many people that I could just start naming that have touched our lives. And I mean, I do. I truly am heartwarmed that they've let us come into their life for just a little bit. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I say we wrap this first podcast up.
Yeah.
Let's hit the stop button say we did it.
All right. Okay, guys, I hope you like this podcast. Leave us some comments. Leave us some feedback, maybe questions, topics that you would like us to talk about, personal and business, either one. And you can contact me through RK3Designs.com. My email is on the website, and feel free to drop me a line. Stay tuned. There's going to be many more. So, bye.
Bye.